Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to be filming this video today and also to be introducing you to our new Border Collie, Meadow. And I'm joined today by Meadow's breeder, Shari Skinner, and we're going to talk about what happened the day that I picked her up. And I was lucky enough that Shari took the puppies to her herding instructor's farm and they introduced them to the sheep to see how they would act. And so this was really fun, and I asked her to join us so that she could give you a much more educated opinion on what is going on in this video than just hearing my natural reaction in the background as I was recording it, going, "Oh my gosh, isn't she adorable? She's so cute and she's so smart." So thanks for agreeing to do this, Shari.
Absolutely. And she is very cute. So it's okay that you said that.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's still adorable. She's like a long-legged teenager now. And I'm way behind on documenting all of this on YouTube. So there's a lot of videos coming behind this one. So Sherry basically went out into the field with Meadow. That is cute little Meadow there. And you've got her on a long line. I've never seen anybody work with a puppy with sheep before. So can you tell us what you're doing?
So right now, I think this is when really just started. So she has never, ever, ever seen these weird looking creatures before. She's in a brand new place. There's a brand new person and these odd looking animals, and she's already looking at them. So we put them on a long line for her safety so that if she gets scared, we can pull her out of the way. If the sheep decide to charge, which sometimes they do, we can pull her out of the way. If she decides to get herself into a prickly predicament, she won't get trampled. So that way I have control, but I can still allow her to feel like she's actually doing the work.
Okay. And I know it was real interesting because, like, at first, she's just kind of oblivious to them. And then all of a sudden, she's like, oh, there they are. And then
Oh,
she runs to them and is like, this is where I'm like, oh my gosh, she just realized they responded to her.
so with puppies, we use what we call light sheep. So they're not broke to dogs, which means they're terrified of dogs. They're not school sheep, which are sheep that want to stick to the handler. So light sheep, as soon as a dog looks at them, they start moving. So this is what we use with puppies because it encourages them to take a walk every time the dog even looks in their direction. And the puppy realizes, oh, hey, I move them. This is what I'm supposed to do. Because a border collie works with their eyes. So they call it the border collie eye. And really, all they should do is look in their direction. The sheep should go, sure, I'm going.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
So on our farm, we have Katahdin sheep, which are the same breed as these. They're a hair sheep, which is why they look like the sheep shearer left mid-job because they're in the middle of shedding right now. And our sheep have never seen a dog either. So Meadow hasn't met our sheep yet, and we've had her for a couple months now. So we can basically expect our sheep are going to respond the same way as these are responding.
Probably. Yeah, ideally. I mean, they know you too. So it's probably, you can see kind of the sheep go to Mary Lou, who is the trainer. So they might do that with you. But ideally, they're going to go, huh, what's that thing? And they're going to realize that the dog is going to move them. So yeah, I assume that they're going to move away.
Okay. And then sheep are definitely a lot easier to work with than goats. I know what I have done with her is that I've taken her in with our goats. And initially she was on a lead, and which was good because one of the goats really, really doesn't like her. And so Meadow would run behind me, and I would always be between her and the goat. And now that she's older and faster, I mean, she's so much faster than a goat would be now.
Right.
She goes in there with me, and so she's kind of learning how to move around them. And so is that kind of initially just what they need to do is just to learn how to move around the livestock?
Yeah, yeah. And especially because goats are so different. Goats don't hurt, don't stick together typically like sheep do. So she's going to have to learn that she has to move each individual goat and learn their personalities. Whereas the sheep kind of stick together. And the cows are kind of the same way. Cows stick together. So she'll just have to learn your goats. But that's why we kind of use what we call easy sheep on puppies because they're just buddies with each other and they don't want any parts of anything else.
Yeah. And my Katahdins are old. So starting out with my old sheep who don't know anything about dogs. Oh,
This is
I
the collie stare.
this
Holding
is
them.
the part I love.
Yes. So this is what we want to see. So she is just holding them in that corner. And that's exactly what she should be doing right now. So this is where she kind of figured out that she was a border collie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looked to me like, am I doing the right thing? And I told her she was a good girl. Took a step and then they moved.
Yeah.
She just cracks me up. She was so into it.
Yeah, she was. It's like she knew. It's like, oh my gosh, I have a superpower. I can
Yeah,
move these big animals.
it's just amazing how it's just in them. It's just in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So,
I think she was the best. I guess she was the one that turned on the most of that litter.
mhm.
Pretty great because she was the one that was going to a home that had livestock. I mean, she was stalking butterflies at like 5 weeks old. So I kind of had an idea that that was going to be a thing for her. And like, I would throw a toy and she would get down and crouch at it. So I kind of start watching them really early. And one of her brothers, the one that I co-own, we took him last weekend and he's going to be something special too. But they're the only two that are going to do anything with herding. So I'm kind of excited about those two.
Yeah.
She's a natural.
She definitely is. And I know so many people are telling me, like, oh, Border Collie, she's going to hurt everything. She's going to hurt children. She's going to hurt people and all this kind of stuff. And I love the fact that I saw a video with Sean the Sheep Man where he said, what does a Border Collie do if you put them in the pasture and don't give them any commands? And so he does that. He opens the gate, the dog goes in there, and he stands there, and the dog is just staring at him, wagging his tail. Like, what am I supposed to do, boss?
Right. Yeah, they want to communicate with us. We are their partners. And I will say that a well-bred border collie will not do those things. A neurotic dog might start nipping at heels and start doing things that it shouldn't be doing. It'll herd, chase lights and do things like that. But a dog that's genetically sound should not be doing those things. They're so smart. I told you that we speak to border collies in paragraphs. You speak to other dogs in one word commands. You have to say, sit. These guys, you say, all right, come on, now we're going to go do this, and they get it. These things are in them and they want to do it and they want to be right. And when they're wrong, they try to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. She is incredibly smart. And I know her when she started to think that like she's supposed to herd cars.
Mm,
And so when we're out walking now, when a car would come, she would do that crouch
right.
and get ready to pull my arm off when the car drove by. And so I've been telling her to sit and stay when there's a car approaching. And she gets so excited when she gets it right. She's like, you
Yeah.
know,
If we tell them, if we have good timing and we support the right thing, they're going to go, bingo, that's what we're supposed to do.
yeah,
Ignore the bad stuff, then they self, medicate basically. Because serotonin, when they do crazy things like that, the serotonin levels skyrocket. And they think that's great, when they're chasing cars. That's so much fun. But if we tell them that sitting here and being good is what we want, they're like, oh, they get the same serotonin boost.
yeah.
So that's what we need to do.
Yeah. I was telling my husband, I'm like, this is how we handle it when a car approaches. And he's like, so she'll be able to tell the difference between sheep and cars. And I'm like, yes. We're not going to squelch her desire to herd sheep by telling her to sit and watch the cars go by.
Right. No, I can put my herding dog in a downstay at the side of the road and she won't move a muscle. But if she sees a sheep, she is on the ground.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I know when we took her to Massachusetts with us to pick up a couple of goats when she was just been with us for a month. And that is the first time I saw that desire to like chase the big moving vehicle. And it was actually at a rest area and it was a semi. And the first time that I told her to sit and stay and she did it, and I said, good girl. Oh my gosh, she was just like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
excited.
I always say have the biggest party for the easiest things. Like when you teach your puppy to sit or lay down because they're so boring. These silly little things are so boring for them. Have the biggest parties. It's the
Yeah.
fun things that they want to do, like the agility training and the herding training. You don't really even have to praise them for that because that's fun for them. That's easy. But the sit and the stay and the down and the boring stuff, oh my God, huge parties.
Yeah.
The biggest deal ever. Because then they're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Exactly.
bigger you look, the better.
Yep. And you got to make sure those nails are trimmed short so that,
It will tear you up.
yeah.
Mm.
So, Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us today. And we got a lot of videos coming. I got all the videos already done for, our trip to Massachusetts and stuff, and we're going to put those together for everybody. So stay tuned to watch Meadow grow up and start to do really cool things with the sheep and the goats. Thanks for joining us, Sherry.
Oh, of course.